Ayodhya's gorgeous Ram Temple, or the world's highest Statue of Unity, is the world's largest cricket stadium made in Gujarat, or the longest bridge of the country is Debari Fulbari. Reliance's largest Jamnagar refinery, or the Lotus Temple of Delhi. Know what is common in all these things? All of them were created by the same company. Name is L&T. If it is a matter of defense of India or any space mission in India too, for sensitive projects like these, the government of India takes the most trust in this company. But the question arises that what is the situation in this Desi company that it keeps on the investment in every big project in our country? Who is the owners of this company, and what has it reached such a big point today by facing the challenge? Let's know everything in this video today. So friends, the story begins with a man named Christian Toubro, who was a civil engineer and worked in Denmark's company F. L. Smith and Company. Now Joe F. L. Smith used to supply machinery and equipment for the cement factories of India. That is why in 1433 years the company. Christian sends Toubro to India so that he can explain his functions by installing machinery. 4 years later, in 100 o'clock, this bean company also sends India to a chemical engineer named Henning Halak Larsen, which leaves the old schoolmate of Toubro from this time, and then very good bonding between them when working together. Now only while in India, these two friends go to Mathuran to celebrate holidays once, which is a hill station near Mumbai. There's a lot of scope for industrial and technological development in India and Toubro Larsen, and if this country gets freedom from the British, then here will be more opportunities for infrastructural growth. And friends, to take advantage of this potential, both these friends took their company Larsen and Toubro inside Mumbai through a oral agreement in 1023. Start L&T. Oral agreement means the company wasn't incorporated into legally retain yet. The first office of L&T was in a small room with just a table and a chair space to hold. Tub and Larsen European products in the beginning. Especially, Danish equipment were selling by bringing India, so that they also made considerable profits. But only 1 year after starting this company, the fire of the World War rises, and it becomes very difficult to bring India by importing products from Europe. During this war, most European people start to return their country, which, by seeing Larsen and Toubro, also begin preparing to go back to Denmark. But only then they discover that Nazi Germany has captured Denmark. In this case, the intention to go to Denmark, this takes the decision to move forward their business by staying in India, and then after hitting hands over some time here, they get the job of repairing the vessels of water fought in the war. For this, they open a small workshop in Mumbai's Santa Cruz and form a new company named L&T's under Hilda Limited, which works to repair special ships. After this, the year 190-40 is when a huge opportunity in this company's hand, because for the first time they get a chance to work for the Tata Group. In fact, Tata Group wanted to open the soda ash plant of IE washing soda, for which he was going to diamond German engineers. But during the World War those German engineers were arrested. Due to which this project of Tata began to be delayed, and when Tata saw that the war is going to increase, and while not waiting, he handed this project to Larsen and Toubro. This was a very big project for L&T, in which he didn't want any kind of disturbances. That's why he educates himself first of all about the installation of the plant. Fully understand all its process, and then in very short time, compilate this project and win Tata's trust. After this, in 150 and 40 when the World War finishes, then the fight of independence in India becomes faster. Seeing which the L&T is believed that if India got free, then the infra development here can be very fast. And because there are only some Guinea-choose companies in this field. In such a situation, if he enter this industry, then he can get a good growth. Meanwhile, in 160, L&T gets a bigger an opportunity to buy heavy construction machinery as the world warfare after the dermis over that time. For many Caterpillar machines were getting very amoreable at price. But the big financial recovery was the major to buy these machines was not in the capacities of L&T, and then think about making funding rise by dating Larsen and Toubro equity to solve this problem, but it wasn't possible to do so. Because the L&T company wasn't registered yet. In this case, both friends incorporate their company in 1904 and 1060s and legally retain under the name of Larsen and Toubro Private Limited, and then make capital rise by making equity. This way, this problem of money becomes solved by heavy machines. Both of these friends along with L&T as well as in 160-306 also form a separate company of engineering construction and contract limited for their construction project, which is still the L&T's construction division today. After the company was created, he got big clients like Western Railway, Bombay Municipal Corporation and ACC, and then after this success, till 125, L&T opened its offices in India's three big cities in Madras, Calcutta and Delhi. After this, in 1:00 a.m. L&T bought the earth of Digestive Acre in Mumbai's Pavai area, but the land was filled with marzen forests, looking at which people thought L&T has bought it and taken a very large disc. Because at that time no future of this ground was visible. But something else was going on in L&T's founder's mind. Because his dream was to turn this land into an industrial hub where factories, workshops and research centers were built. By going forward, he started working to develop this land. First leveled the ground, then created the drainage system, and gradually the entire infrastructure was ready. And now if we look at 2024, the same ground that people were deemed to be useless. Today, L&T is a big industrial hub. Of L&T is today a lot of office manufacturing units and R&D centers in Poway. Today there are many L&T office manufacturing units and R&D centers run from where world-class engineering and construction projects are run. But the company had spent much capital in buying this land and he needed money again to move forward, but now Larsen and Toubro understood. This field needs quite a lot of capital, which cannot be completed by just selling equity. That is why in December 1905, L&T was made public company. And friends, as soon as the company public got funding of 20 rupees lakh in return for shares, which is equal to about 30 crores in today's time. Now even L&T is only working on small thick projects, but this company gets the first high budget project in 1906 when they are assigned the job of building a bridge in Sri Lanka. In fact, these were Bridge 1 was being made for a film named River and took 8 months to build this bridge, which had to be destroyed in 30 seconds. But the biggest problem came in its budget, because at the beginning its budget was fixed at 8 lakh rupees, but it cost 10 lakh rupees to make the bridge, and then when the company demanded XL cost from producer Sam Spiegel, they refused to give it a clean refusal. Toubro goes to Sri Lanka himself for this settlement. And they spend money with the producer. But instead of doing Sam Spiegel payment, it begins to scream on the reverse Toubro, and they say that you will not get a single money extras. On this, giving the Toubro productor an order of a court very comfortably answer is okay, then you will not fly the bridge in the climax of the film. Actually during this conflict, the actor of the film was waiting to compile shooting, but due to court orders, the producers could not even shoot on the bridge. In such a situation, Sam Spiegel has to accept Toubro and the company can shoot climax by giving full money to the company. Tell that this film had proved so big interest. It also won Oscar, and along with the film, this bridge was quite famous. Since this project was completed, in 106, the company buys a building named ICI House in Bellard State area, Mumbai, which is renamed L&T House. And today this LT House is the headquarter of this company. After this, in 1:00 p.m., L&T gets another major opportunity when Dr. Homi Bhabha, those who were chairman of Atomic Energy Commission at the time, handed the important work to make L&T components of the nuclear reactor. At that time nuclear energy's field was completely new in India, and this work was also considered quite technical and complex. But L&T showed this challenge by completing successfully with innovation and its high-quality standards, and the project not only proved the technical ability of L&T but also taught them to face new challenge. And then during his view of this ability, in 1970, ISRO's founder Vikram Sarabhai also made LT a partner for his space exploration project. This proved to be another big milestone for L&T, because by getting the chance to work in the space exploration such as advanced and futuristic area, L&T had established itself as a trustworthy partner. Meanwhile, Søren Christian Turbo returned to his Wateen, Denmark, since working in India for nearly 3 decades. Although he had 100 likes until he connected to NT's board. But after that he died in 1900 which was a huge loss for L&T. On the other hand, after working for 4 decades in 1918. The company's second founder Henning Hulk Larsen also retired from the post of chairman and started living in India because he got so much attachment from here while living in India that he used to call India his second home. He had also taken citizenship here and spent his last time in Mumbai. Since Larsen's resignation, N.M. Desai was handed over the seat of the chairman, and then in his leadership, L&T also executed many big projects such as during the 1900s, L&T started its partnership in the Defense Research and Development Organization i.e. DRDO. However, the government at that time directly L&T notice was given a license to make defense equipment, but the company also together with DRDO participated in the designing and development program, and then gradually it became so strong that today the partnership also works together with the DRDO in the complex defense project like the L&T missile system and submarines, and it has also become a very important company in the defense sector of India. Since this, during the 1900s ISI in the leadership of C.R. Ramakrishnan, the construction of Delhi's famous Lotus Temple was completed, which is known all over the world for its unique architecture and spiritual significance. And friends, L&T has also expanded his business on the international level quite a few and is working in more than 50 countries today at today's time. Now friends, everything was going well till this time, and the company was also interested in the new target. But something happened in 2001 that the L&T has been in danger. Now to understand this whole story, we have to go to the beginning of the ITs when Dubai-based was on an Indian businessman Manoj Shabaria's L&T. Manu wanted him to unwire this company. That's why he slowly bought the L&T's 1.5 per stick until 100 at the Nava. Manu's intentions were steamed A.M. Nayak of the L&T's time at that time. That is why he asked for help from Dhirubhai Ambani, the richest person of India in this case. Dhirubhai Ambani helped significantly to stop this tech over attack, and bought the L&T's 12.5% stake, which went forward to expand to 18%. Shortly after that, Dhiru brother became the board member of the company, and at the same time he also joined his sons Mukesh and Anil Ambani. Looking this, AM Hero was now afraid of this. Not a reliance is occupied anywhere, and then in 2000 years something happened in 2000 more that the hero's troubles increased even more as the Ambani family sold their 18% stakes Birla Group's Grasim Industries. Grasim's cement business and L&T was also in the cement industry, hence direct competition was held between the two and Kumar Mandalam Birla. He himself had also been dreaming of unwiring L&T for quite a while. That is why Birla's Grasim offered open offers to increase the stake in L&T so that the existing shareholder sells his share to them. This was a very difficult time for L&T. But A.M. Nayak did not give up, and he took a new way to save his company, the L&T Employee Trust, under this initiative to the L&T's employees. The company's chance to buy shares, along with the hero, appealed to him that we have to do so good work that the results of the company came fantastic and the price of its share also increases. Also, this whole case was taken to SEBI, since which SEBI kept the market fair and transparent. And given the market manipulation concernment, restructured Birla Group that they cannot buy more shares of L&T. Meanwhile, the hero and L&T Employee Trust also put full strength to save the company. Eventually brought his hard color, as in 2003 Birla Group returned all his stake in L&T with a condition to the company. Actually condition was that Birla needs a cement division of L&T. And he will leave behind L&T with this division. Eventually this happened and L&T sold its cement division to Birla, which we know today as Ultratech. After leaving this project, the company's growth became quite stable. However, on one hand its attention was on its commercial success, but on the other side also for social welfare. The company was making a huge contribution of its very big, such as 2002 earthquakes had a fierce earthquake inside Gujarat in which a huge number of buildings were completely wasted, in particular school. In this case, the impact was also on the education of children, and then by looking at all this, the L&T took the lead of construction of 10,000 primary schools without any money, and the amazing thing is that they took only 80 days to make every school so that the children's studies could start at the very soon. In this way, the company also made many big contributions to the social welfare of India, and at the same time, it also diversified itself in the definite field by entering and securing new companies, and due to friends in the 1000 ways where its revenue was 5,000 crore rupees, increased by 1,25,000 crore rupees in 2017. While today the market cap of this company has reached the 5.3 trillion rupees. And friends, all this has been possible because of his work and never loss of Larsen and Toubro's vision due to his hard work and never loss of loss, which gave India a company which has always been dedicated to the country's development.